National Bank of Canada has agreed to buy Silicon Valley Bank's Canadian portfolio. It's expanding its presence here in the tech sector. We're joined by Bloomberg's Stephanie Hughes. So, Stephanie, great to see you. This is the Silicon Valley Bank that ran into trouble south of the border.
Exactly, yeah. And so the next development of that story, Andy, is that now National Bank is purchasing or has agreed to purchase Silicon Valley Bank's Canadian commercial loan portfolio, which consists of $1 billion in loan commitments, $325 million of which are outstanding. Now, also what National Bank is acquiring here is the technology, life sciences, and global fund banking sector portfolios, which it plans to fold into its technology and innovation banking group. The deal is expected to close in a couple of weeks, pending regulatory approvals, but at the moment, it's really not expected to have a material impact on National Bank's financials.
It's not big enough to move the needle on National Bank. Now, there's also been speculation, hasn't there, that National Bank might take a run at Laurentian. Could this take them out of the running there, though?
You know what? Yeah, that's kind of the debate that's going on right now. But when I was speaking with Veritas analyst Nigel D'Souza, he's still stuck by his argument that National Bank would be the best of the big six to take a run at Laurentian Bank. And he further made the argument that this loan portfolio acquisition really wouldn't change that. No. It would still give them enough capital to absolutely to make that acquisition if they so chose to. And it's seen as an opportunity for National Bank to really expand into a higher growth area like tech, as you mentioned. And yeah, it's been sort of well received by analysts. And I guess we'll have to see whether they do end up taking a run at Laurentian Bank.
It's interesting, isn't it? National Bank, we've frequently on Market Call, we've had people come on and say, well, that's my favorite bank. It's a lot smaller than the other five big players, but it is seen as having some advantages.
Exactly. And further to D'Souza's argument there, if they do actually move ahead on the Laurentian Bank acquisition, he saw this as a way for National Bank to double down on its home market and said that return on equity is just too good to pass up. So maybe not one of the biggest players, but as you mentioned, there's still some benefits there and room to grow. And I would imagine that this acquisition is them just moving towards that growth strategy, focusing on tech, of course.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. I've got a 5-year chart on my Bloomberg screen of National Bank versus Royal and TD. And I'm not sure if we could put that up. I'm showing the stock, National Bank stock, up about 61% in 5 years, whereas Royal is up less than 30%. And poor old TD is now up only about 12% in 5 years. So fascinating how National Bank has outperformed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. It seemed to have a few growth strategies that panned out for it in that time frame there. The one thing that was interesting today is that even though analysts seem to have received this news well, the markets were kind of agnostic today with trading with National Bank because there weren't any major swings to the upside or downside, but there's still some enthusiasm apparently among investors over that 5-year time frame.
Stephanie, always great talking to you, and thank you very much indeed. Stephanie Hughes of Bloomberg News. Cheers.